Guys, I am in the Subaru Outback, which I think is, I don't know, one of my faves. I love Subaru. I love the Forester. This is now in its 6th generation. It is the flagship of Subaru, obviously. We first saw it back in like 1994. This is the safest and most capable Outback ever made, and I can vouch for that. So I know people don't love a station wagon in this country, but you guys are silly because they're so practical. I've said this now a number of times in a few station wagons that I've tested and reviewed. So this is now even a little bit more rugged looking. I'm in the field version. Okay, you get the touring as well. It's all just design elements. This has got like a bit of green on it. It's got like the black wheels and everything. I think it looks very cool. I think the design of the Outback, kind of like the Forester and most Subarus actually, is quite polarizing. You either love it or you don't. This does look a little bit outdated, but I don't even care. Like, I don't care because I love that it's rugged. I love that it's like, just does what you want it to do, and it is what it is. It's not about image in a way, which is so refreshing for a bloody change. Makes me want to go clubbing again. So both models are powered by the same 2.5 litre engine. You get 138 kilowatts of power and 245 newton meters of torque. Now this engine is punch enough. We had this car jam-packed with booze, which I don't think we were allowed to be doing on a weekend shtuk. But with Luca, with all the stuff that comes with a child, and everything that comes with me and my packing, and honestly, on the open road, I think it was fine. You know, you have to really kind of make sure that you've got enough sort of space to overtake, which you should be doing anyways, to be fair. I think the only letdown is that it's mated to a CVT, and this is a typical CVT. The drone and the whine is quite intense. When you put your foot down and you want to overtake, you kind of look angry to the person that you're driving past because you're like, "Arr!" Bit of a delay when you put your foot down, you wait for it to kick in. So that's maybe a little bit of a letdown. It's a naturally aspirated engine. The fuel consumption is claimed at 7.3. After this long trip or whatever, sitting at 9.5. I would like that to be lower, but I can look past it. There are just too many things that are good about this car that, like, the negatives and the niggles, like, just kind of fall away from me. So it's like the safest car, like I mentioned. It has every safety feature I think that you can possibly imagine. I think it's probably one of the most technologically advanced cars that I've driven in a very long time, especially in this sort of category, in this price range. So you've got, I mean, blind spot alert, pre-collision braking, lane departure warning, sway warning. It basically, if you fart, this car will tell you. Like, nope, no farting. Honestly, that's the only thing, the negative thing about it is it's very intrusive. It doesn't shut the f up. It just constantly tells you that you're pretty much a crap driver. Because, so if you look sort of in the review mirror for like 2 seconds too long or whatever, it goes like bleep bleep, keep your eyes on the road. You're like, geez, okay. Then it will tell you, just like, you need to pull over. You are far too tired and you're driving cuck. Like, pull over, take a rest, and like, let's start this journey again. There are a number of warning bells and whistles that went off. I have no idea what I was doing, but the car was telling me it was crap. So you can turn them all off. You know, that's fine. They're all operated by this enormous touchscreen infotainment system, which again, it's okay. It's not particularly intuitive or user friendly enough for me, but it does have all the things you need on it, I guess. I just again wish there were more buttons for things, especially aircon and stuff like that. I hate when that's in an infotainment system because I want to do it quickly. I want to just turn I don't have to now click a button, try and swipe and scroll to this thing. Nope, I want it just done quicker. But again, that's like a personal preference thing. I've always said that nothing good happens after you. The space is unreal. That's why I think a lot of people always think SUV much more spacious. I can tell you, I'm not going to tell you what I had. Oh no, I will. I had a Renault Koleos or this. Okay, 2 options to go away in, and I decided on this because it actually ended up being more spacious for me. Also, just a nicer car for me. I didn't love the Koleos. You'll see I did a review for ignition for it. That's where you'll see anything about that. But this, we had, I mean, it's got a 522 litre boot capacity. If you put the seats down, it's far bigger, but we didn't need to. We put stuff in the back as well. Again, child. But it really fits everything. Very comfortable. It's actually just a lovely family car. Everything is thought of. It's got hooks in the boot for you to put your groceries on or whatever you want to hook to it. You know, it's got 4 USB ports. It's got an electronically opening boot. You know, like I say, everything is just so well thought out. Like the person who designed this car and the person who, you know, Subaru, the manufacturer, has gone for family. The image, all of that. Let's make sure this car is amazing. 8 airbags, come on. So price range, this is 700,000 rand, around there. I wouldn't spend the extra 30,000 rand for the touring. I don't see the point. Like I say, it's just a design element thing. So I think this looks perfect and I think it looks lovely. So yeah, I just wouldn't even bother with that. I think you take this car, if you don't need 7 seats like the Fortuner or the Everest is going to offer you, then this is absolute perfection because it's very capable off-road as well. It's all-wheel drive, etc. So I think it's like an amazing sort of alternative to those very popular cars that are obviously the big and the SUV thing. I think this is just pretty special. It's true, my bad, how does he take you?